The gawky crow. Once upon a time, Gava the crow decided to take a stroll. Everyone else walked carefully on the sidewalk to the right, but Gava, breaking all the rules, wandered down the left side. As she waddled along, she bumped into a large elephant. Caw, caw, she squawked indignantly as the elephant accidentally stepped on her tail. Well, Gava, said a nearby rabbit, if you followed the rules and walked on the right side of the road, this wouldn't happen. Gava shrugged and continued on her way. Meanwhile, children in the schoolyard were sledding down a snowy hill, their laughter ringing out. But two troublemakers, Rabbit and Fox, decided to sled down the street instead. Zooming recklessly, they nearly collided with an oncoming tram, which screeched to a halt just in time. The tram driver leaned out, shouting, "Don't you kids know it's dangerous to sled on the street? If I hadn't stopped, you'd both be in serious trouble." Nearby, Bear was crossing the road with his cub, using the designated pedestrian crossing. "This is how it's done," he told his cub. "Always cross where it's safe, and look both ways before stepping onto the road." At the same time, Gava noticed Duck carrying a basket of groceries and following the rules of the road. Duck stopped at the crossing, looked left and right, and then crossed carefully. Gava, however, decided to cut across the busy street. A passing car clipped her wing, sending her basket flying and breaking her eggs. "Caw," she cried, as Rabbit called out. "That's what happens when you don't follow the rules." A few minutes later, Gava nearly caused another accident by dashing in front of a tram to retrieve her fallen basket. The tram driver slammed on the brakes, shouting, "What are you doing, Gava? You could get hurt." Meanwhile, in the city, a kangaroo and her joey waited patiently at the tram stop. Gava, however, darted between vehicles, ignoring the traffic lights. She narrowly avoided being hit by a speeding car. At a nearby intersection, Monkey and Baboon were hanging from the handles of a moving bus, showing off their athletic skills. Suddenly, the bus stopped, and Monkey's tail got caught in the door. "Help!" he shouted, as a passing hippo freed him just in time. Back at the tram station, Gava caused more chaos, bumping into Fox, tripping over Hedgehog, and scattering everyone's belongings. "You're always in the way, Gava," growled Bear. "You need to pay attention and follow the rules." Finally, Gava boarded a crowded tram, where she was jostled and scolded for not waiting her turn. As the tram moved on, Gava realized how important it was to follow the rules. Looking out the window, she saw Duck teaching her duckling to cross the road safely, and Rabbit guiding younger bunnies on how to use the sidewalk properly. "Maybe I should start paying attention," thought Gava, embarrassed by all the trouble she had caused. From that day on, Gava promised to follow the rules of the road. No more wandering in traffic, ignoring crossings, or rushing onto busy streets. And whenever she saw others being careless, she'd call out, "Be safe, follow the rules." And so, the streets became a little safer, and everyone learned that rules exist for a reason, even for a forgetful crow like Gava.